Hunker down, cowboy, I've got a story to tell. This is a tale that you all may know. Like any good tale, she's a while ago, when the cowboy was living on a high west plain. Was a crotch-kicking, bone-busting, bullshit strain. Man lived like God should, plenty to drink and the grass is good. And the cowboy life is salt-free and gritty. And winter's done when the lar's low and the word comes spring. The state just crossed the pass from Salt Lake City.
Open range is a wide swing.
The big herd. The cow is king and the old man's a grown boy.
And the Minneapolis woman is short on questions and long on joy.
When the west of the earth was wire-free, you were free as far as you could see.
And you'd work free what you're doing for pay. And your song sang and your lines read like a stage play, when a cowboy was a hero at 4 bits a day.
But then one day the cowboy spies wagons against the skies, and out of the east like fire and drought spoilers.
And the plows ripped
and the guts came gushing out. Not a God that gives, it's a God that takes, creates man
And rattlesnakes.
And that God don't hear the cowboy yell.
God!
Damn that barbed wire civilization to hell. Back then the man of the hour was a saddle bum. Now we're nobody, and what we say is nothing. And when you're nobody, the West ain't no place to say nothing from. Son, take a look, clearing hard what used to be called God's backyard.
It's coming to hell!
And I don't joke.
Coming hell, it's hell now, you can smell the smoke. Dame progress at her best.
Come to civilize the West.
Come to kill and let it rot. Never mind.
Got cornered wolf fights with what TV's got. Barbed wire, open pit, freight trains that never quit, smokestacks that belch and stink,
Running water you can't drink. Engine land sure will repay it.
Buffalo.
Don't even say it.
come out west.
Hot damn.
Dame progress.
Howdy, ma'am.
Hunker down,
cowboy, I've got a story to tell.
Hit 'em up, boys. Let's go.
Here you are, you work a week. Your hair is slick, your pants are tight. You're heading where the live ones are tonight. You got the secret, what the good life's gotta be. And so you're off to nowhere quick, and on the way you'll have to ask the time of day forever. Never mind you're miles from where you ought to be. Everybody loves you 'cause you're loud and tacky, tall and rangy, tough as a nickel steak, a nasty bronc to break. You make a local dollar, you're never taller than when you're busting uptown come Saturday night.
standing here in humbleness, the cavalier, the knights of yore, the punchers of the plains and nothing more, the total Mr. North American. We bring the art of making love, drinking beer, shaking hands, and moving from here to yonder. Spreading joy and laughter when and where we can, and everybody knows it. This is living, we got our friends, they're men who look you in the eye. They're right there when you need to tell a lie, bending elbows in the tomcat habitat. On cloudy days you need your friends to drink you well and tell you flat you're meaner than hell when you're drinking. And you're drinking every night and day at that, and everybody loves us 'cause we're loud and tacky, tall and rangy, lean as a rake. We think meaner than a snake. We drink a riot ditch man, life's a bitch man, when we're busting uptown come Saturday night.
Every part of this earth is sacred to our people. Every shining pine needle, every sandy shore, every mist in the dark woods and every meadow. All are holy in the memory and experience of our people. We are part of the earth and it is part of us. The bear, the deer, and the great eagle, these are our brothers and sisters. Each ghostly reflection in the clear water of the lakes tells of the events and the memory of the life of my people. The water's murmur is the voice of my father's father. The rivers, they carry our canoes and feed our children. Remember that the air is precious. The air shares its spirit with all the life it supports. The wind that gave our grandfather his first breath also receives his last sigh. This we know. The earth does not belong to man. Man belongs to the earth. All things are connected like the blood that unites us all. Man did not weave the web of life. He is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. Our destiny is a mystery to us. What'll happen when all the buffalo are slaughtered? What'll happen when the forests are heavy with the scent of many men and the view of the ripe hills is blotted by talking wires? The end of living and the beginning of survival. When the last red man has vanished with his wilderness and his memory is only a shadow of a cloud moving across the prairie, will these shores and forests still be here? Will there be any spirit of our people left? We love this earth as a newborn loves his mother's heartbeat. God loves us all. One thing we know, there's only one Creator. No man, be he red man or white man, can be apart, for we are brothers after all.
Hey kid, you big old boy, come on ply kid, that kid ploy, come on take us, come on make us, say hey kid, to you
sunshines and bonnets, sporting gowns, you're bad dudes, good pals, we're all buying, we're all dying, say hey kid, to you.
Man or boy, how does that body use all the love you get? Ooh.
Love's teacher's pet,
You know you are,
you take the cake,
for pity's sake,
when you got red hot dice, you're a rough roll to roll twice in a clinch pet, you're a cinch pet to pay, and you know you got dear, what we want don't show hot tears, without you won't you say hey kid, won't you say hey. And you know you got dear, what we want don't show hot tears, without you won't you say hey kid, won't you say hey, 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 hey.
oh you know we love you.
I've seen stars hanging over these prairies so low you could touch 'em if you reached. But I didn't, 'cause I wouldn't want to know that I couldn't. So I believed that I could, and marveled as I stood, till a sadness started creeping and increased. It's a feeling that I get, and I can't say why. I want everybody else to touch a star in this sky, but the star shines lonesome, and I sing uneasy till the day gets busy in the east. Singing to 'em, singing to 'em, pushing back fright in the middle of the night, singing to 'em. And I've seen hills in the stone-butte country sweeping up like they was never gonna end. From a peak above a plain, reaching higher up than rain, comes the cry of a bird, the pounding of a wind, so loud I felt like I could cry. Then the feeling settles down on the place where I stand. I want everybody else to see the sound of this land, but the land cries lonesome when the wolf howls distant and a night wind creeps into the sky. Singing to 'em, singing to 'em, pushing back fright in the middle of the night, singing to 'em. Every man wants to ride in the middle of the day, see his shadow on the ground, moving bigger than life. But a man's got to do what he can. A man's got to be what he is. If he looks for his shadow where another man's was, then he's doing what he hates and hating what he does. And I've seen men ride the high west country, eating dust, beating leather in the sun. I've seen other men work where the night fears lurk, keep a world bedded quiet from a hill close by it, while singing out songs to the moon. Some men ride to the noon with the herd, while others tend the creams and keep the nervous ones assured. But the world sleeps easy with the night man singing and scaring off the shadows with a tune. Singing to 'em, singing to 'em, pushing back fright in the middle of the night, singing to 'em.
Always nice to pray on supper,
which in fact I think is just as fine as frog's hair.
Just as fine as frog's hair, yes, ma'am.
Don't nobody go to walking. We got lots of victuals in the kitchen, waiting in the warming oven.
Anything that warming oven,
Handy as a blanket at a boondock belly shoving.
Pass the bread and butter, Brother Van. I think the soup needs salt in the pantry. Go and get it.
these are mighty tasty victuals, mighty tasty.
Finger licking eats, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Well, they are.
Soup is better if it sits a while.
Better if it sets a while. Hey, now that's what the widow said.
What'd she say?
She said set and wait a while until the preacher's gone to bed, and we will
Pass the bread and butter, Brother Van.
Lord, holding services in town, brother.
Yes, indeed we are. We are passing round the plate for a new house of God.
Have some green beans, brother, what's it take so far?
God is glad you passed the plate around the sporting girls' parlor.
Dynamite's girls, hell, they'll raise your lease.
They can get it up at just about $1 a piece.
Is the salad to your liking, brother?
Yes, ma'am, sweet and tender.
Garden fresh salad greens are good now.
Garden fresh and hot, damn well good.
It's been a good spring for radishes. Warm enough to start tomatoes.
Lord God's a good doer.
Yes, brother, that's for sure.
Him with the help of a big load of horse manure.
Pass the bread and butter, Brother Van.
Just last Sunday I was once again reminded how the Lord created nature for his children.
Dandy pile of nature, yes, sir.
I like nature on a Sunday as the church bell calls.
Kitty's playing Red Rover.
Birdie's calling in the clover.
Then they get the call of nature while they're flying high over.
Will you pass the mashed potatoes, Brother Van?
Say, did you hear this one? I heard lately that a territory jury tried a man who shot his woman through the thigh bone.
Plugged her in the thigh bone.
Do tell.
When she got up on the stand, the judge said, "Madam, when your man went on the spree in the fracas, were you wounded?" She said, "No, sir, I was shot between the fracas and the knee."
Will you pass the will to let his brother back?
Been a long, warm spring.
Warm as any I recall. June bugs gone before the 8th of May. Ella May moves as her wells run dry.
Ella's well is dry and empty.
The weather ain't wide.
When it's hot nights, I like my booze.
And when the cow moves, old Mr. Bull says,
Excuse me, I've noticed that whenever there's a supper, people love to take religion.
Love to take religion, yes, sir.
So I've taken to the custom of, as soon as supper's over, join hands with everybody and have a Bible study.
Abraham and Sarah and their blessed good luck.
Samson and Delilah.
and Sears and Roebuck.
So clean your plates now, 'cause the Lord loves a satisfied man.
Yes, Lord.
Will you pass the garden beans?
Is there more of them green?
Soup as good as I've it, I ain't satisfied yet.
More soup, have some peas.
Pass the water down, please.
Everybody eat hearty.
Never seen a better party, widow.
Pass the bread and butter, brother man.
Well, I looked out my door when I got out of bed today. The clouds fleeced away off east. The sunrise rose red today. I knew right then I got trouble, 'cause the dawn should be gray. If I want sweet sunshine to shine down all day, like a groundhog in springtime, that sun warms me nice. But old shadow behind me means snow and more ice. So when there's gray skies in the evening and the sunrise is red, that rain makes a wash maid go straight to her bed. And that's how it is, my love, like a ring around the moon, like fog in the riverbed means rain afternoon.
You're forgetting something. If you see enough blue showing in the sky to make a Dutchman a new pair of pants, darling, don't you cry. It won't rain.
Know what you're saying, Comprise.
Darling, it won't rain.
I know what you mean.
It's a long ride. I woke straight up in my bed, lonesome and blue, my love. A good mind to come find you, to make sweet cakes with you, my love.
Sweet
Sweet
cakes.
cakes with you, piping hot from your range. Sweet meats and tart, tender treats, succulent.
Don't
and
you say that
strange.
word around me.
'Cause when my gal's cooking, she gets a look in her eyes that makes even the whole cake a hardtack to rise. And I'm breathless at your elbow, and my heart beats pell-mell. I long to savor the sweet plunder that no thunder can quell. And that's how it is, my love. It's like a thing you rearrange. There ain't no chance a north wind will blow and bring change. 'Cause
If you see enough blue showing in the sky to make a Dutchman a new pair of pants, darling, don't you cry. It won't rain.
Don't it make you feel good to know that that's
How it is, my love, it's all written there that plain. And although clouds above roll, we got love's old refrain. When you see enough blue showing in the sky to make a Dutchman a new pair of pants, darling, don't you cry. It won't rain. Darling, it won't rain. Darling, it won't
You're familiar as an afternoon in August. When you're still, you're like the morning calm in March. When you laugh, I wake and run. When you cry, your tears are summer rain where sun should be. Somehow you look like my valley to me.
Have I told you when you're warm, I know your sunlight? When you're cold, I know your storm and all that brings. All in all, this life is queer. Run around the world insisting someone dear will come. When you find him, he looks like the valley you're from.
And when it's love, it is spring in the valley. Life is a rush and the bitter roots bloom. Then it's home to the hills into long September. Home is to snow,
Living warm,
living room.
why we're always chasing strangers is beyond me.
Why we're always rushing off with someone new. Running for our lives like we all do. Carving hearts on any tree.
Seeking one home place,
Seeking one familiar face. Seeking one where love might be.
might be.
And somehow you look like my valley to me.
When a pal breaks the code and takes him a woman
That is sure gonna stir up a fuss. If he wants to quit living, that's his funeral.
I guess he's 3 times 7 plus.
So even though the man is a goner,
If he's gone and took the plunge, let him swim it.
But some things are matters of honor.
And the code of the West has a limit.
now I would give you this shirt right off my shoulder. And if you're thirsty, friend, a swig out of my bottle.
I'd give a hand to you, friend, should you need restitution.
Give you comfort, probably some sort of a contribution.
Oh, buddy, there's not much I wouldn't give you.
Any assistance I can give, the answer's yes.
Hell yes, unless you should ask the one thing I'd refuse you, of course. Oh no, no, don't ever ask me for my horse.
Now, when a man's got a horse, he's got a comrade who'll take him home through the storm and warn of danger.
The man who'd throw that away would double-cross his brother.
Just as bravely into slavery sell his gray-haired mother. And if he's light in pounds as he's in morals,
We could hang him with a piece of silken thread till dead and spread the story of a varmint so low down and so coarse that he would just up and give away his horse. Now a horse has got manners and he's loyal. He's got consideration for all men around him.
instead of tracking down meat. He dines on prairie grasses.
Drinks more sweetly when discreetly far from horses' asses.
Consideration, friends, is when your partner
slaps his tail across your back to kill a fly. That's why I cry.
Shame when any man without an ounce of remorse
could be so human that he'd give away his horse. Hell, you honor to your partner, and you honor Montana, and you honor Old Glory.
But first you give the honor due the horse. Because thousands of years ago, from what I've heard, Mr. Man, he wasn't much. Frogs ran round, 40 hands high, lizards and toads and such. Man lived up high overlooking arenas where dinos, tiger, and laughing hyenas all ran.
Roared, laughed.
And sometimes ate 'em an elephant for breakfast if he had a mind to.
It's history.
Look it up in the books.
Look it up in the books. Now, Mr. Man dined on bugs, snails, sometimes a low-flying duck.
Whack.
Any grasshopper lived near him and his kin was flat out plumb out of luck. With a 7-ton critter laughing at the door, Mr. Man made dude on a bit more. He loved wife.
Kids, home.
And in them days, Ma never had any cause to worry where Pa is.
Years ago in the days that was, man and a woman made a go because Mom never had any cause to worry where Pa is. Yeah, 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 yeah.
One day that old gent is sunning himself and laying for a bug down further. He looks down from his cave to the valley where these animals is all busy eating one another.
He notices one is a grass-eating beast who ain't taking any part in this everyday feast. He just kicks.
Ducks, run.
And Mr. Man being progressive,
That starts his brain into thinking.
This puts him in the mind of the days when his ma packed him around on her back.
Being a lazy gent, he thinks of a plan and decides he ought to give it a whack. With this hornless animal under him good, he could ride like he did in his early boyhood. So he thinks,
Plans, schemes, and right then friends when man starts thinking about some sides eating. Them were the days of the early plains. Man took a notion and grabbed the reins. That's when man starts thinking about some sides eating. Yeah, 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 yeah.
so Bob mounts that steed and goes off with a stonehead spear and kills him a boar.
Comes back to the cave with more meat than them folks had ever seen before. And that family's so pleased with his useful pet.
They bring him inside the cave at sunset and bring him leaves.
Grass, drinks.
And pretty soon Mr. Horse is sure happy he's found him a new home.
Bring him dinner and drinks in bed, salt his stew and butter his bread. That's how to make him happy. He's found him a new home. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So since that day that old bug eater got aboard and took that ride, his kin have been climbing up then to now,
And that horse been right alongside.
They took him out of that hole in the ground, and for thousands of years they hauled him around. And he pulled,
pumped, plowed, and everything that ever got done, that horse did it all
And then some.
I'm telling you now, there ain't a railroad shack
That horse didn't help to raise.
Now he's laying tracks for the steam engine that's putting him out to graze. And those steam lovers would see him killed
to fertilize what he helped build. I said, shame,
shame,
shame for saying that horse isn't also ram. No critter on earth ever proved more worth
Been a better damn friend to man. So you can turn to the left and turn to the right, and back to the center you'll turn, and you can turn enough dimes to make $1. And you can turn up a lamp and make it brighter. And you can do a good turn and make a grateful neighbor. Turn a hand to till the land and reap the fruits of labor. And if you turn around and find your woman wants to take a turn with all the boys, there's nothing you can do. But if she wants your pony, you've got grounds for divorce. Then you can turn your back and leave her. Tell her sorry if you grieve her, but you can't turn your back on your horse.
Where'd you run from, cowboy? Follow sun from, cowboy. Where'd you break jail? Don't slow now, boy. No, no, no. Ride for wind and thunder, or your trail's plowed under, right where you stand.
You can see, boy, I'm a cowhand in the hills of Montana, 'cause my bull chaps and my buckskin say I ain't rigged for wool. I slice my life thick, boy, 'cause life makes me hungry, and I'm here to witness a cowhand lives bucket fed full.
Oh, cowboy, cold winds cry, never fear, young cowboy, you'll be here, young cowboy, here till you die.
And dying ain't handy in the hills of Montana, 'cause living's such a good deal and breathing's so cheap. It is rarely a face-off with death that'll kill you. It's a slip of your memory for living that plants you down deep.
So you're out there riding hard, boy, there's a thunderhead hanging. It's a storm away off and still rumbling dry. You can only sit there and hope, boy, she'll walk clean around you and you're square off
With lightning as God knocks a hole in the sky.
Oh, cowboy, ride, run, yell. There's a trail of mud, boy, and a pail of blood, boy, boiling in hell.
The cattle stampede you and they twist you and grind you, and your last look at life is the earth from face down. And your partners, they gather every chicken, coop, hound dog, and plant you on prairie that's private and distant from town.
They sing the song simply, strum the strings slowly, speak the psalm clearly of ashes and dust. Bury me gently with the rim rock for a headstone. Go tell of cowboy who loved every minute he cussed.
Oh, cowboy, oh, ride for wind and thunder, 'cause your trail's plowed under.
'Cause my trail's plowed under wherever I go.
God, wherever I go.
Back in St. Louis, where the muddy runs through to the big river, there I made up my mind. I decided I'm not the city-bred, civilized kind. So I went west with the dream in my vest of a big country, and I had it all planned. I decided this man's aching for acres of land. Montana, as far as I see. Montana, a piece of Montana's got to belong to me. Have you late nights when the sleep you want fights till it's good morning? When the reason comes clear, you don't know for sure what you're looking for, but it ain't here. So you get dressed and you muscle up west. It's a good country, but your bed is hard ground. And you find the golden nuggets ain't laying around. Montana, why the hell do you stay? Montana, you cuss her good rightly, but you're sleeping till day. Work to be done, that's an equinox sun. It's a good feeling.
But it's late in the day.
But it's late in the day.
Getting late in the day. A flatboat shoves for the sunset in the big sky. Shine a star and keep it in your eye. And when the sky turns gold and ruddy, follow that star up the rolling muddy and climb for the dawn high, wide and handsome. In the dawn a new world sings from a young heart. Scrap a roof and swap it for a sky. Making good use of the time you're given, taking up room in a life worth living. A man's got to live high, wide and handsome. There's one sun to rise, one earth to roam, one wind brings rain from the sea, one star to lead, one road to home.
One man is all I can be.
So give a man that sun to shine on the big land. Blaze a trail due north by west by sky. And when you hear white water tumble, settle up quick west, tall and humble. Up north where the hope is high, west where the dream is wide and life is high, wide and handsome.
Getting late in the day.
I decided I'm not the city-bred civilized kind.
Gotta get going.
Got a way to go.
I decided this man's aching